Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for your one-stop shop of buying or selling coins and solo grinding services. Use code Zirksee at checkout for 10% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how to buy players with training points, and is it actually worth it to buy players with training points. So during the Blitz promo, this was the first time where they kind of had, how do I put this, set players that you could go ahead and get with training points, just because of the fact that with the Blitz promo, obviously those sets were limited edition. They did eventually come out of the game very quickly. So I guess because of that, players with power-ups you're able to get with training points. Now, a lot of people commented on those videos and asked me, how do you buy players with training points? I was actually kind of surprised how many people didn't know. But not only can you get those Blitz players with training points, but if you don't actually know, basically every single limited time card you can go ahead and pick up with training points. So for the primetime performers, you can go ahead and get all of these cards with training points that have a power up, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well. Now, of course, I think every single one does have a power up. Let me double check on that, and I'm pretty sure every single one does. And the thing is, all you have to do to get one of these primetime performers is all you have to do is wait a week after their release date. So Jordan Howard came out yesterday. All you guys have to do is wait until this upcoming Thursday, and you'll be able to go ahead and pick him up with training points. And I'll show you guys this. I'm also going to go over the math and if it's actually worth it to go ahead and buy these players with training points instead of just buying them up right off the auction block. Of course, there are some certain players that I feel like you 110% should have on your team that you need to power up, so I kind of feel like they're definitely worth it to do. Now, that's for the primetime performers, but when it comes to the Blitz promo, there's a couple of really good players that you can actually go ahead and pick up with training points now. So, of course, none of the lower overall guys, I don't believe, have any power-ups. Lamar Jackson, none of them have power-up cards, so you can't pick them up. But Zeke Elliott, you can officially, as of today, pick him up with training points. All the cards that came out of the Blitz promo on the 30th, I do believe you can pick up with training points, and I will double check on that as well. Tyreek Hill, you can now pick up with training points, go for 375,000 coins, and Deion Sanders is going for 656,000 coins, as well as the limited time cards in Jadeveon Clowney and with Todd Gurley. And I do believe you can actually go ahead and pick them up with training. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and show you guys the process in getting them with training points. So the first step in buying any of these players with training points is going to be going ahead and picking up the lowest card that they possibly have, which of course is going to be the power up. So also when it comes to like Deion Sanders, obviously he's a legend before he got this card. You need to go ahead and pick up his legend, which I believe is like a 74 overall power up card. Now, this will cost you a decent amount of training to go ahead and power these players up. But if you're going to keep them, and I highly recommend, this is the number one thing I will say, if you're going to be doing this, I definitely say, if you don't have, a million coins like I do, if you don't have a ton of coins where you switch around your team a lot, definitely pick someone you're going to be fine with using all year long and picking up their cards as the year goes on. So Jadeveon Clowney is actually a pretty good pick because obviously Clowney is a really good card. Now, what you guys will need to do is go ahead and power this card up, and I'll tell you guys actually, coin-wise, if it's worth to do with Jadeveon Clowney specifically. Now, once you get down to here, you will actually go ahead and you'll need to buy his 87 overall player. You can't skip over that, and you can't buy that one with training points. So there is also the 86 to 87 overall player power-up pass, so you can use that, or maybe it's 85 to 87. It's, 86 to 87. You can use that on this Jadeveon Clowney as well. So if you really want to invest in one player, use your power passes on him. Then, when it comes to the 92 overall Team Diamond, well, it's actually 91, so you can use your 90 to 91 overall power pass on that as well. So technically, you can get the 87 and the 91 without spending any coins as long as you're high enough of a level. Use your power-up passes on those. Then comes the limited time card. Now, as you guys can see, because Jadeveon Clowney was a 94 overall limited time card, it cost 11,800 training to go ahead and pick up Jadeveon Clowney. I'm also going to show you guys a couple of other players that came available today and if you should pick them up with training. So I'm going to run the numbers really quickly on Jadeveon Clowney and tell you how many coins it would cost you to go ahead and pick him up in terms of training points, excluding the 91 overall and the 87 overall as well. So 11,800 training, that's not bad because this Clowney is actually a really, really good card. He would have 87 speed with 91 acceleration, 95 power move, 93 block shed, 90 finesse move. But something you guys have to keep in mind is Lawrence Taylor. That man's an absolute beast. You do have to buy him with coins, but he's definitely better than this Clowney. Now to take Jadeveon Clowney all the way up from his lowest overall, which is 68, all the way up to 95, it will cost you 470,000 coins worth of training. I'll show you guys a little bit later after go over the players, the best way to go ahead and pick up training if you're trying to get these players. But it costs you 470k in strictly training points to go ahead and pick him up in terms of training point value. Now remember, you still have to get his 91 overall Team Diamond, and you still have to get his 87 overall Base Elite. So you're looking at about another 250,000 coins, I believe. I'm pretty sure his Team Diamond goes around that much if you want to do that. But then you can also just use the Power Up Pass and skip over the Core Elite and skip over that one. So you'd save about 250k on the Core Elite and the Team Diamond if you want to do that way. Which still, even if you had to buy those players, let's say total you can get it for 250. That's 720,000 coins for Jadeveon Clowney, which is quite a bit. But instead of buying a limited time card, which by the way, every single limited time card in the game actually has a 500,000 coin quick sell, it costs less than 500,000 coins to go ahead and take this Jadeveon Clowney and power him all the way up. Now, of course, if you decide you don't want Jadeveon Clowney anymore, later down the road, you can unpower him up and you will get half of your training points back. So if you want to look at it that way, well, I can always unpower up Clowney, then I guess technically it would only cost you 235,000 coins. So not too bad for Jadeveon Clowney. Personally, though, I like Lawrence Taylor a little bit better. And let's get into some other players that you can also get. Now, of course, with Ezekiel Elliott and Tyreek Hill, they're both 93 overall players. This costs 8,200 training points to get them up here. Now, that's 300k. Now, actually, Zeke is going for less than 300,000 coins, so Zeke is not worth it to go ahead and power up with coins or with training points. It's actually more worth it to power him up just by buying his player. But with Tyreek Hill, you definitely want to use training points, only 300k. He's going for about 370, 400,000 coins, and I highly recommend you do this because obviously it's Tyreek Hill. You're going to want this man on the team all year long, and I had to throw this in there just at the end. Towards the end of this video, I got to say this. Go Cowboys. I cannot believe we beat the Saints last night. If you're a Saints fan, I got to say, I definitely didn't see the game going that way. The refs in that game, absolutely atrocious. I cannot even say anything about that. Absolutely terrible. That was like one of the worst showings I've ever seen for a ref. But 93 overall players cost 8,200 training. Tyreek Hill, Zeke. Zeke is not worth it. Tyreek Hill definitely is worth it. And then we also have the biggest card, which is going to be Deion Sanders. Now next up is going to be Deion Sanders. Yes, you can get the Blitz Master Deion Sanders with training points as of today. Now, I calculated all the training points. This is the highest player in the game you can actually get with training points, a 95 overall. So remember this when they start bringing out 95 overall primetime performers and stuff like that. It's going to be 17,000 training. Now, I did the math based on what player I think is the best to pick up with training, and I'll show you guys that as well. It will cost about 630,000 coins in training point value to pick up this Deion Sanders. Now, right now, at the time of recording this video, Deion Sanders is going for about 680k. So, is it worth it to get Deion with training? I personally feel as though you should have Deion Sanders on your team 110%. This man is the best corner in the game and will continue to be the best corner in the game for a while. And then, of course, later down the year, he will get another upgrade soon. He'll get an Ultimate Legend or something, and that will be, again, the best corner in the game. So I definitely feel as though you need to have Deion Sanders on your team. 110%, it is worth it to go ahead and get him with training points unless you were able to find his card for cheaper than 630,000 coins. Now, if you guys are wondering how you coming up with these numbers for the training points, well, what I actually am doing is the best value training point in the game right now is actually 93 overall players. Now, of course, with the players that you guys are seeing, how expensive they are, it's going to be kind of expensive to pick up primetime performers. It's not going to be cheap, but this is the best value you can actually get. And it's going to be 93 overall players for about 230, 240K. Now, you can get some of the Team League bosses for that much. It looks like right now, of course, they're not up for that cheap. 93 right now, going for 275K. Melvin Gordon's up to 280. Of course, you wait until the weekend. You can also get some legends for that cheap. So the best time to do this would obviously be on Saturdays. 93 overall. See what they're looking at right now. Of course, today is Friday. Not a lot of people in packs. LaDainian Tomlinson and Willie McGinnis, their prices definitely go down. Steve Smith as well. You can get them from about 230, maybe even a little bit cheaper. So if you guys are looking to go ahead and pick up the new players, I definitely would say maybe wait until tomorrow, see the legend drops, and then go ahead, scoop up some legends, quick sell them, and you'll be getting yourself quite a bit of training. Which, by the way, they quick sell for 6,200 training each. So with that ratio, if you get them for 230K, it's about 37 coins per training point. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, smack the like button, subscribe and comment. Now I do have that new Tyreek Hill added to the squad. I actually did go ahead and power up Zeke with training points, so that's why Zeke is already on the, or not with training points, with his actual card. That's why Zeke is already on the squad. And I'm going to go ahead and add Tyreek Hill now to the team with 96 speed, which I actually have John Madden. I think he has sprinter on him too. I just have to add it to him. Tyreek Hill is going to be a 95 overall receiver for me. But let me know down below what players you guys decide to go ahead and pick up with training. I hope this did help you out. If you didn't know how to pick up players with training, hope it helped you out. Let me know down below. Also, I uploaded a video going over a huge pack opening I'm probably going to have to do. Make sure you guys go ahead and smack the like button on the video uploaded earlier today. Every 200 likes on that video is another heavyweight pack that I have to do. And also, guys, if you don't know already, I'm doing a 50,000 subscriber Q&A. So if you want to submit a question, go on over to Twitter, hashtag Zirk50K, and type me up a question. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.